Hi, Joel Lightcatcher here, and I just finished building this Pexmore Trike, about a $300 trike, purchased at Amazon.com. There's the flat box it came in, and it was really just a box of parts. Maybe 10% of it was built up, and that's being generous. Really, I had to assemble everything, and it had a very thick manual. Would I recommend this trike? Not really, and I'll tell you why. Well, let's start with the tires. If you have a flat tire, you got to remove this cap, remove the fender with 2 bolts, and then remove the bolt to get this tire off. Same for the other tire. The front is also a cap you need to remove, and then there's a nut. So replacing tires on this is rather poor. On the front of it, we got this basket. It's kind of a folding basket. I don't know why they did this. It folds up like that and up, and it's really wobbly even when attached per instructions. On the back, we have this back basket, which is very hard to center on here. By the way, this is as high as the seat can go. This trike is made for a small woman. I have trouble riding it, and you're going to see it's also not very stable. I had a hard time just keeping it level, especially in turns. Even on this crowned driveway, I felt I was falling off as I went into the grass. I couldn't steer it straight and feel confident. It was also not really assembled right at the factory. For example, in the brake back here, there was a threading for the cable that was turned 90 degrees from where it was supposed to be. And I had to remove it, readjust it, reattach it, and then make it work. And then on the derailleur, oh, don't start on the derailleur. This design has these bars here which get in the way of the high-low adjustment screws. So you can't really adjust it unless you get a little drill bit with a Phillips head on there and turn it very gently with your 2 fingers. Because you can't get a screwdriver in there. Lots of paint chips. Here's a big dent in the fender from the factory with paint chips. Chips throughout, really terrible paint job. Let me go give this a little ride now, and you can see what I mean. I'm going to do a voiceover now for clarity. As I get on this trike, notice the driveway is crowned as it rolls off soft on the shoulder. And as I wiggle this trike, the front end, look how unrigid it is. It does not inspire confidence because as I turn, the front end may bow the wrong direction. So let's talk about other aspects of this trike. It's a very low step through, and as I get on, well, I have very short legs. My legs are only 27 inches long, and the seat is already at the highest point, and the handlebars are at the highest point. But look how cramped my knee is. It's getting a little difficult to actually turn the crank over from the top of the pedal stroke. This is the #1 reason why I cannot recommend this trike. As I mentioned, the driveway here is crowned and rolls over to the grass edge. And watch what happens when I start to pedal. As I get close to the edge, the front end wobbles, and at this point, if I don't stop and correct the turn, I'm going to fall over. And without a helmet, that would be incredibly dangerous. The brakes are incredibly soft. Watch this, full braking, and it's soft. And this is as tight as I can get the brakes. I'm going slow, and it still has trouble stopping. Let's talk about the build quality on this Pexmore Trike. I know I said Rexmore before, and that was my mistake. The parts, such as here, the brakes, there's no name on it. There's no name brand. Yes, it has a Shimano derailleur, but I think that's just a license name because the quality is really quite poor. The seat is not only uncomfortable, but really loud and squeaky, and there are a lot of paint chips all about the trike. The welding is also poor quality as there are pinholes around, which means these are weak welds. If you don't know how to put on a chain, this is going to be a difficult part for you. So let's see how other people feel about this Pexmore Trike from Amazon.com. That only costs $169.99. It's just difficult to assemble, especially the chain. My husband, an engineer, took him 4 hours to assemble. In my experience, I'm also an engineer. It took 5 hours to assemble and fix all the parts that weren't quite right from the factory. I ended up at a bike repair shop because the derailleur needed an adjustment.
I had a professional help with that and was told the derailleur was not of good quality, like I said, and it would need to be replaced after some use. The bike was not too hard to assemble, but yeah, it'll take 4 to 5 hours. Didn't like the fact that I tried to return it after I realized I would have to pay $200 more to assemble it. And that's kind of what my customer found, except he had to pay more than $200 because it took me about 5 hours to take care of everything for him.
So, this is a thumbs down on this Pexmore Trike from Amazon. Sincerely suggest you do not buy it. You'll pay about $300 for it, and then about another $500 to pay someone to put it together. Very bad deal. The reason it's so inexpensive is because they did so little assembly and expect you to do it. That's it from Joel at Get Back Trikes. Hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and a subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks very much. And if you have any questions, give me a call before you buy, because I hate to see getting a really cheaply made bike from Amazon. Bye-bye.